Brothers and sisters, aunties, uncles, and play cousins. Here we are, y'all. It's that time. Y'all been asking. I'm kind of hesitant. Transparently, I think part of the reason I was kind of hesitant was because, I wanted to, aside from the butterflies that I had in my stomach from, all the little warnings that y'all gave me already. But also in fairness to Ren, whenever we was getting into something like that, and I knew from y'all comments that it was loaded, that it was packed with lyrics and bars and all that kind of stuff. And it's one thing when I'm reacting to Ren's work and we're watching a video, so we have the visuals kind of going on with things, and then we have a story going on where we're telling the story. And so it's a little, I'm not going to say easier because Ren don't make nothing easy with his bars, but it's a little bit easier to follow, what I'm saying, than it is just, somebody spitting bars. And I want to make sure it's, it's not just your typical rapper. If it was just a rapper rapping, catching the bars and just kind of breaking down, hey, there's a bar, hey, there's a bar, hey, there's a bar, that's easy. That's easy. I eat that for lunch. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hip hop guy. So bars is what I do, and I love to do it. And hopefully y'all can see that I think I'm pretty good at doing it. But for somebody like Ren, before I got into breaking down his bars, I wanted to do him the justice of getting to know him a little bit, of at least being able to kind of get a grasp of the type of person that he is, his dialogue, the kind of things he talks about, the words he used, the verbiages, the phrases, things like that. I kind of wanted to at least have a small grasp on it before I got into Fire in the Booth, specifically because when I'm breaking down his bars, I know there's terminology and verbiage that he uses that isn't common to your average rapper. So, and I didn't want to do him the disservice of just listening to his bars and saying, oh yeah, there's one. Yeah, no, we ain't gonna do that. So I'm ready, y'all. I done did enough. I think I done caught on to, at least enough of who Ren is as a person to be able to understand where we're at with this Fire in the Booth. So today we getting into it. First and foremost, I want to send a couple shots out. Let me send a shout out to Gary Moore. Gary Moore, man, appreciate you. I got your request. We got your contribution, and I promised you 72 hours. So you next, my guy. You next. It's coming. All right. Jason Dashnaw and my girl Vic2629. Got to make sure I send shots out and love to y'all. I appreciate the contributions to Old Heads Media. Y'all, you continue to support. You continue to show your love. And it is not unseen and unappreciated. I just want y'all to know that we love you and we thank you, and we're going to continue to grow. Also, I've seen a couple people in the store. I've seen a couple people checking out the merch. So I want to say I appreciate that as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's get into this Fire in the Booth. Y'all, I know y'all challenged me to keep it under an hour, and I said I was up for the challenge. I'm going to let you know now. It's out the door. It's out the door. Yeah, the hour, I'm not promising that no more. I'm going to dig in. So without further ado, like I said, if y'all here, you here, and you already knew. That's why y'all was laughing at me. You already knew. So let's just get right on into it. Let's go. Hey, y'all, before we get started today, got to do my housekeeping, y'all. Check it out. I need y'all to make sure y'all hit that like button before you walk about the door. And it really doesn't make any sense to wait until the end of the video because, by the time we get through this whole thing, you might have forgotten to hit the like button. So why don't you go ahead and just do it right now while we talking about it, while we thinking about it. Go ahead and click like. And if you're not already subscribed to Old Heads Media, please, we're on the road to 10,000. We would love to have you join the family, and let's keep this train moving because it ain't stopping. It's not going to stop. So let's just go ahead and do that and make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you can stay up on everything that we do over here. We love you. Here we go.
I know you're going to dig this.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Hey, now this one here, I've been waiting for this one. This guy is one of the most...
Hey, transparently, real quick, I will say, like, I've seen a few Fire in the Booths before with other artists and stuff like that, things that I've covered. You know what I'm saying? I did a Harry Mack, a couple other people anyway. My point is, I know sometimes Charlie be getting a little turnt. Charlie be getting a little turned up. So I'm hoping that he doesn't like over talk Ren on this one. I know sometimes when he catches the little bars and stuff like that, he starts going crazy on there. So I want to be able to hear Ren without him over talking him. You know what I'm saying? Charlie be doing his thing, but for this one, I need to listen.
Most exciting artist on the planet right now, I can't lie. I feel like this one gonna be special. Straight out of Wales. My guy Ren is in the building. You know what time it is when you hear this, right? Now it's time to rumble!
Come on, it's good to be here, Charlie.
Ren!
Let's go.
Y'all know even that's a subliminal, real quick. Even that's a subliminal right there. That's kind of dope that, you know what I'm saying, he comes in to do Fire in the Booth where he's spitting like hip hop, you know what I mean? And he's rocking the Brooklyn sweatshirt. You know what I'm saying? BK, let's go.
I've been waiting for this, bro! I'm excited!
I'm on search for brighter days. Skies are always gray in places we come from. Yeah. And come what will, come what may, I found a way to face those things that I run from. Yeah.
No bars.
So just the other day, I was back with the lads, fighting the booth. It popped up on my Instagram, opened DM, it said, boy, come and bring the gang. So we came through. Wait, this is true. Charlie hit me up, he said he want me in the booth. The only time I'm in the booth is doing Charlie in the loot. I hit the homie back and I said, how can I refuse? And now it's lost. Sick boy sounded so smooth with the boom bap shit. Monkey to gorilla, the King Kong thunder drums like Jay Dilla on the throat gets slit. Freddy cut scissor, click, click, empty the clip, reload trigger, boom. I fell out of the womb, riding broomstick broom, so a snitch gets gripped like the Quidditch snitch dude. Ever sick, boy, sicker than who? Salvador Dali paint a fire in that. A loose screw with a few million views, playing Who's blood it's me cause it's not you. Does it move you from the knee down to your shoe? Like Kung Fu, Chun-Li, Big Sonic Boom, a combo Abby you can. Shoot Hadouken like Ryu and Ken. M-Dog by Sen, Fa Blanca Blank Stan, Akuma with the pen, force of Gukan. Is it Ren? Does it bang like Skang? When adrenaline ends, will the men defend the ends? Extend revenge, cleanse these soul, repent. Lord, forgive my sins, how in heaven stand. World, top of the world wide web earth. Over the top, I drop a rockin' bobbin', dropping hot since birth. Mother reverse, verbing a hearse, and top of the level, the type of the words. Wait, fuck doing double time shit, let me spit. It's the tale of the amazing Spike the Ren. I'm an 8-bar, 8-arm, octagon. Smoking eighth with my mate when it's 8 p.m. Yeah, I ate like an 8 pound and 8 p.m. Flip the 8 on its side like Infinity Stone. Finna be the baddest rapper around the minute, no. Affinity for masculinity, Sylvester Stallone. Smoke a half, Fanta Rocky, flip okay, it's KO. If you know, you know, I got soldier flow. That's a .50, that's a sniper scope. Take the sniper scope, point it at 50. The body decays like it's an isotope. With a 10-year half-life, you decade. So in 10 years' time, you'll be half your weight. That's a 10-year chance, you'll have half a brain. Let me speed that up, let me Kurt Cobain. Wow.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right, Ren, you took a break. So now I'm finna take a break. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna catch that real quick before we get beside ourselves. Cause there's a lot to dig into in here. Damn. Y'all warned me. Man, I got my work cut out for me. All right, y'all. Here we go. Let's see what I caught. And what I'm gonna catch on the playback. All right.
Special. Straight out of Wales. My guy Ren is in the building. You know what time it is when you hear this, right? Now it's time to rumble!
Come on, it's good to be here, Charlie.
Ren!
Let's go.
I've been waiting for this, bro! I'm excited!
I'm on search for brighter days. Skies are always gray in places we come from.
Just that first line, he starts out right there. The very first line. Yeah, I'm in search for brighter days. Skies are always gray in places where I come from. Kind of reminds me of I said I'm in search for brighter days. Skies are always gray. It reminds me of like a nursery rhyme that, my mom used to sing to me when I was a kid. I'm sure every kid's heard that you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You know what I'm saying? And when the skies are gray, relates to when times are hard, when I'm struggling, when things are dark, you know what I'm saying? When there's storms, when I go through trials and tribulations in life, you are the thing that brings me light. You are my sunshine. That's what that kind of reminds me of. Skies are always gray in places where I come from, looking for brighter days. You know what I'm saying? Kind of reminds me of that sunshine I'm looking for. I'm looking for the light in you know what I'm saying? Because where I come from, all I know is trials and tribulations and struggles. It's been hard for me. It's kind of a play on, what he's gone through in his lifetime and this, that, and the other. That's kind of dope. It's kind of like he's singing like a little nursery rhyme to start out. But even that I'm in search for brighter days, there's actually a gospel song called Brighter Days. I know Kurt Franklin has done a take on the brighter days, but I know, and this would not surprise me because I know how in depth, Ren's musical scope is like so I know he's into like the reggae, and I know he's, he knows about like stuff like Afro beats and hip hop and all that other kind of stuff. And speaking of the Afro beats, there's a Nigerian artist. Now, I don't know if he's here in the States or anything like that. I don't know much about the artist, but I know the song. And I know he's got a song, a Nigerian artist, and his name skips my brain off the top of my head. I'm sure you can find him. He's got a gospel song called Brighter Days, where he talks about finding love in the dark places. So the song is centered around finding love in the dark places. So it kind of reminds me of like him, you know what I'm saying, kind of saying that same thing. Looking for the brighter days. Skies are always gray in places where I come from. So he could be saying, I'm looking for the love. I'm looking for the hope. I'm looking for the joy. I'm looking for something to smile about. And you know what I'm saying? When I don't come from a place, where I'm saying where I don't usually get to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of dope. I'm in search for brighter days. Skies are always gray in places that I come from. Sounds like he's singing a nursery rhyme.
The brighter days, skies are always gray in places we come from. Yeah. And come what will, come what may, I found a way to face the things that I run from.
Yeah, I found a way to face those things that I run from. You know what I'm saying? He's music. I found a way to face. I get a chance to have music is my outlet. I found a way to face the things that I normally would run from. You know what I'm saying? Through my music. That's kind of dope. But also, he's still in kind of the nursery rhyme. I know it's not exactly the same, but he says, come what will, come what may. And again, another nursery rhyme going back to like starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might. And it's kind of in that same vein, come what will, come what may. I know it's not the exact same thing, but it's kind of still in that nursery rhyme sort of format that he's doing this right here. But he's in a rinsery rhyme. That's not a word. Shit. Come on.
Yeah. So just the other day, I was back with the lads, fighting the booth. It popped up on my Instagram, opened DM. It said, boy, come and bring the gang. So we came through. Wait, this is true. Charlie hit me up. He said he want me in the booth. The only time I'm in the booth is doing Charlie in the loot. I hit the homie back and I said, how can I refuse? And now it's lost. Sick boy sounded so smooth with the boom.
Okay, I got to stop right there. All right, check this out. Do y'all realize that whole thing was a drug scheme? And he just slick did a whole drug scheme right there while he was telling the story about how he ended up on Fire in the Booth. He literally just did a whole drug scheme. Play that back. Hold on. I'm going to point these out to y'all. He pointed out just about every drug in that line. But if you don't know the slang terms or if you don't know the cultural references, you wouldn't get it. But hold on, let's go.
So just the other day, I was back with the lads.
So he said, just the other day, I was back hanging with my homies. Just the other day, we was back kicking it, me and my friends. I was back with the lads. Hold on.
Yeah. So just the other day, I was back with the lads. Fire in the booth, it popped up on my Instagram.
Fire in the booth, it popped up on my Instagram. All right, look. So he says, just the other day, I was back, hanging with my homeboys. Smoking one. Fire in the booth. I was back with my homies. We was smoking one. It popped up on my Instagram. Popped up. Another popping pills. So he goes from weed to pills, popping pills, uppers, popped up on my Instagram. So he says, so he goes weed, he goes uppers, popping pills, he goes gram. In that first line, hold on, I'm going to point him out because he talked about all of them.
So just the other day, I was back with the lads, fighting the booth. It popped up on my Instagram, open DM. It said, "Boy, come and bring the gang." So,
all right. Okay. So he's got weed. He's got pills. He's got gram. He said, popped up on my Instagram. He said, open DM. All right. So if you know DM, the DM, come on. I don't know the medical term off the top of my head. I'm not going to claim to be that smart, but I do know that DM is a play on cough syrup, or as some of the people over here would call it, using that for lean. You know what I'm saying? So he's got weed, he's got pills, he's got gram, he's got DM, cough syrup. You know what I'm saying? He said, boy, come through. Boy is another name for heroin. You know what I'm saying? If you know slang terms, you know that that's heroin. So he said, boy, come through. So again, I'm recapping so I can make sure you don't lose it. We got weed, we got pills, we got gram, we got cough syrup, we got heroin. All right, come on.
The lads fighting the booth. It popped up on my Instagram, open DM. It said, "Boy, come and bring the gang." So we came through. Wait, this is true. Charlie hit me up. He said he want me in the booth. The only time I'm in the booth is doing Charlie in the loo.
The only time I'm in the booth is doing Charlie in the loo. Takes me back to the recent reaction that we just did to Neurodivergent. You know, when Webby goes in the bathroom and they show the cameras panning over the top of the bathroom stalls and he in there doing a line on the toilet. The only time I'm in the booth is doing Charlie in the loo. You know what I'm saying? He talking about cocaine. So again, we have weed, we have pills, we have gram, we have cough syrup or lean, we have heroin, we have cocaine, all in that scheme. He just was slick about the way that he used sometimes artists will take a theme. And like, even if we're not talking specifically about that theme, we'll use ideas from that theme to create a visual, to create a story. So he used that whole drug theme in his mind and used the words and the plays on those words to tell the story about how Charlie invited him to come do Fire in the Booth. That was dope as shit. That was dope as shit. That shit'll go over your head if you don't know the references.
It's true. Charlie hit me up. He said he want me in the booth. The only time I'm in the booth is doing Charlie in the loo. I hit the homie back and I said, how can I refuse? And now it's lost. Sick boy sounded so smooth with.
He said, my homie, I hit the homie back and said, how can I refuse? That's kind of like, I don't know. That's kind of like an in your face. How can I refuse? How can I say no? But at the same time, that could be like a garbage bar. How can I refuse? How can I waste? How can I throw away? You know what I'm saying? This opportunity. Charlie hit me up and said he want me in the booth. And he says, how can I refuse? How can I waste an opportunity like this? How can I throw away an opportunity like this to get in front of other people and show my skills? So again, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of doubles. Y'all excuse me. My throat been tickling this morning, but I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of doubles in here. A lot of doubles in here. Let's go.
I hit the homie back and I said, how can I refuse? And now it's lost. Sick boy sounded so smooth with the boom bap shit. Monkey to gorilla, the King Kong thunder drums like Jay Dilla on the.
First of all, shout out Jay Dilla. Shout out Jay Dilla. Man, they're like people don't know what his contributions are to the hip hop industry. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was real dope. He said with the boom bap shit, boom bap, for those that don't already know, is like a style of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? There's different styles. You know, you got your trap, you got your so forth, so on. Boom bap is like one of the original, formats, one of the original styles of hip hop. And Jay Dilla's production style was synonymous with boom bap. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like your KRS-One styles, your this, that, and the other. Jay Dilla was synonymous with that. I thought that was dope too, because he said King Kong thunder, like King Kong beating on your chest. You know what I'm saying? Kind of gives you that sound of that boom bap sound, And it's funny how he said monkey to gorilla. So he goes monkey to gorilla, then he throws in King Kong. But the other dope play on that is, and I'm sure that he's familiar with that one because I believe that that's a UK artist. So I know that one doesn't fly under his radar. Lil Sims. He's a UK hip hop artist who's kind of like synonymous for her style of rap is that like boom bap style rap. You know what I'm saying? So he goes boom bap, you know what I'm saying? Monkey to gorilla, which is actually a line in one of her songs. And then King Kong thunder, Jay Dilla. Oh shit. Hold on. That monkey to gorilla line goes even deeper because Lil Sims not only has lyrics in her song that says monkey to gorilla, but she's also done features with a band called the Gorillas. Yo, so that's layered. Let's go.
With the boom bap shit, monkey to gorilla, the King Kong thunder drums like Jay Dilla. Run the throat gets slit, Freddy cut scissor, click, empty the clip, reload trigger.
When the throat gets cut, Freddy cut scissor. Okay, so the one that's in your face to me would be Freddy Krueger. You know what I'm saying? Nightmare on Elm Street with the scissors. That would be in your face. I'm playing with a concept in my head. I'm not sure. But again, I know the depth of his thinking. So it wouldn't surprise me to think that he might be referring to SZA, R&B artist SZA, because SZA has been known to work with Freddie Gibbs. She's done work with Freddie Gibbs. So Freddie, SZA. I wouldn't doubt that there's multiple plays in there. I know the Freddy Krueger is in your face. That's obvious. When the throat gets cut, Freddie cut SZA. But Freddie has worked with SZA, Freddie Gibbs. I wouldn't be surprised if, because he's doing hip hop right now, if he wasn't like throwing in, and I'm sure he's knowledgeable. I don't know. My brain, see, y'all done did it to me already. Because you know how my brain gets, and I start digging, and my brain is like, okay, yeah, but that says that, but what about that? And then my brain starts doing 100 miles an hour, and that's how these videos turn into what they turn into, y'all. Damn. Come on.
Run the throat gets slit, Freddy cut scissor, click, empty the clip, reload trigger, boom. I fell out of the womb, riding broomstick broom, so a snitch gets gripped like the Quidditch snitch do. Ever sit?
This man is fucking quoting. This man is Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Y'all know what a Quidditch snitch. Come on now. Broomstick, Quidditch. It's fucking Harry Potter. Come on. I don't even need to elaborate on that, except for the fact that I would tell y'all that if all you heard was Harry Potter, you missed what he actually said in that bar. This man said, I'm a wizard. This man basically said, I'm a wizard. I'm a wizard. But the dopest part is, he said, I fell out of the womb with this magic. I was born to do this. I was born with this skill. I was born with this magic already in me. He said, fell out of the womb, broomstick broom. Means I've been a wizard since the day I was born. I'm a master of this shit. This man literally just called himself a wizard and said, I was born this way. That's dope. That's dope as fuck. Talk your shit, Ren.
I fell out of the womb, riding broomstick broom, so a snitch gets gripped like the Quidditch snitch do. Ever sick, boy, sicker than who? Salvador Dali paint a fire in that. A loose.
Sicker than who? Salvador Dali painting fire in the. Hold on. So again, that's still calling him. I mean, he's still going back to where he's calling himself a master, but it goes deeper than that. Fuck. See, Salvador Dali, painter, all the way back to the other stuff, because Salvador Dali was known to have mental illness, but he painted masterpieces. So I can see why he tied that in with himself. Sick boy. Sick boy who? Salvador Dali, who was also mentally ill, thick boy, who painted masterpieces like REN does. So, bruh.
Ever sick, boy, sicker than who? Salvador Dali paint a fire in that. A loose screw with a few million views, playing shoes too bloody me cause it's not you, does it?
A loose screw with 1 million views. That's another way he's still playing on the mentally ill part. Because what do we say about somebody that we call crazy? Somebody, if we see somebody and say that boy crazy, we be like, his his screws ain't on too tight. His screws ain't too tight. You know what I'm saying? He got some loose screws. You know, that's another way of saying crazy. So he's saying you know what I'm saying? I'm a nut. Basically, he said I'm a crazy man. I'm a nut with a million views, with a few million views. I'm basically a nut with a fan base. That's what he's saying right there. That's dope. That's dope.
A loose screw with a few million views. Playing shoes too bloody smooth cause it's not you. Does it move you from the knee down to your shoe? Like Kung Fu, Chun-Li, big sonic boom. A combo Abby you can. Shoot Hadouken like Ryu and Ken.
That right there, I gotta go back and hear that again because I want to make sure that I don't miss any of that. This motherfucker went from talking about drugs to talking about Harry Potter to talking about Street Fighter. This is gonna be one of them. One of them. From the knee to the shoe. You know what I'm saying? Does it make you dance? You know what I'm saying? First of all, it's like there's like a double, triple in there. You know, does it make you dance? But at the same time, the Street Fighter, like kicking your leg, like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Cause it's not you. Does it move you from the knee down to your shoe? Like Kung Fu, Chun-Li, big sonic boom. A combo Abby you can. Shoot Hadouken like Ryu and Ken.
Hadouken. I always wondered about that. When I was growing up and we was playing that game, and like, I mean, I know if it's a state thing. I heard him say Hadouken. I know when we used to play games like that and we used to hear that sound, we always heard it like, Hadouken. That's how we all said it when we was over here. We'd be playing around and doing our little moves. Hadouken. Is it Hadouken? I don't know. Shit.
M by Sanfa, Blanca, Blank Stan, Akuma with the pen, force of Gukan. Is it Ren? Is it?
Again, he calling himself a master. The same way he did back with the Harry Potter shit when he said, I'm a wizard and I was born this way. He went through that whole Street Fighter shit just to, at the end, say, I'm a master. He said Akuma with the pen. Who was Akuma? Akuma was the brother of Guken, who was also Ryu and Ken's master. He was their teacher. He said Akuma with the pen. I'm a master with the pen. He did again. He's going all the way back. He went back to Harry Potter. He said I'm a wizard. He in Street Fighter right now, saying I'm a master. He basically talking his shit on this right now in multiple different ways, and he's going through these different themes, these layers, just to always end up saying I'm the shit. Oh.
On it boom, a combo Abby you can. Shoot Hadouken like Ryu and Ken. M by Sanfa, Blanca, Blank Stan, Akuma with the pen, force of Gukan. Is it Ren? Is it Ren? Does it bang like Skang? When adrenaline.
That's easy. Does it bang like Skang? Skang. I want to make sure I pronounce these right. I told you it's just the interpretations. Does it bang like Skang? It's a gun bar. That was easy.
With the pen, force of Gukan. Is it Ren? Is it Ren? Does it bang like Skang? When adrenaline ends, will the men defend the ends? Extend revenge, cleanse the soul, repent. Lord, forgive my sins, how in heaven stand. Well,
that's a bar, because it's kind of like him saying when the adrenaline, when we get worked up, you know what I'm saying? Will the men defend the ends? You know what I'm saying? The ends has been used in a lot of ways, but you know, people say ends when they talk about money. Will they defend my money? You know what I'm saying? Will they defend the end times? Will they defend, you know what I'm saying? There's a means to an end. So will they defend the goal? Will they, like, that word ends right there? Just that word can have multiple meanings. You know what I'm saying? But then he says extend revenge. You know what I'm saying? Will we try to get revenge? Wait a minute. Extend revenge, cleanse the souls, repent. Kind of like you're saying, fuck around and find out. I mean, I might be reaching on that one, but it kind of sounds like in that part right there, we going, you know what I'm saying, we're going to go to war and then, hey, you know what I'm saying, you know, ask for forgiveness later. You know, I used to always say, you know what I'm saying, somebody come up in my house, hey, I'm taking them out, and hey, I'm going to deal with the consequences later. I'm not even going to ask no questions. Now, I wonder if that's what he's saying right there. It's kind of like defend the ends, extend revenge. Like, is we going, you know, act out of aggression? Are we going to act out of, you know what I'm saying, when adrenaline ends, like, are we going to get amped up and go get revenge and then, you know, deal with the consequences later, ask for forgiveness? I don't know. I'm probably reading too much into that, but I know it means something.
Is it REN? Is it REN? Does it bang like skang? When adrenaline ends, will the men defend the ends? Extend revenge, cleanse these soul, repent. Lord, forgive my sins, hell in heaven sent. Well,
that's a bar. Hell in heaven sent. He basically saying, I got hell in me. It's hell in heaven sent. I was heaven sent, but I got hell in me. Yo, hell in heaven sent. That was a bar.
Extend revenge, cleanse these soul, repent. Lord, forgive my sins, hell in heaven sent. World, top of the world wide web earth. Over the top, I drop a rockin' bobbin', dropping hops his birth. Mother of.
See, he's still saying the same thing though. He's still saying worldwide. You know what? I'm not finna try to do his cadence right here. You know what I'm saying? World, top of the world, top of the world. I'm not doing all that shit right there. But he's basically World Wide Web Earth. He's basically talking about the internet. So he's still talking about even going back to the bar where he said, loose screw with a couple million views. That's kind of like where he's at again right now when he said top of the world, like I'm on top of the world, World Wide Web. He's still talking about how I made my mark using the internet. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, dropping. Hold on. I want to make sure because I'm trying to remember these. That's why I'm trying to remember these few little lines in my head.
Extend revenge, cleanse these soul, repent. Lord, forgive my sins, hell in heaven sent. World, top of the world wide web earth. Over the top, I drop a rockin' bobbin', dropping hops his birth. Mother of earth.
Dropping hot. See, even that, see, that makes me wonder. Hold on. Because I heard it. Listen to this. This is dope. He's so good at this.
World, top of the world wide web earth. Over the top, I drop a rockin' bobbin', dropping hops his birth. Mother of earth.
That right there. I'm gonna leave it right there because it goes even deeper. So I'm gonna have to catch that again. But he said rockin' bobbin', you know what I'm saying, dropping it hot since birth. You know what I'm saying? So again, he's going back to still, you know what I'm saying, you know, the where he said come out of the womb like I'm a master, you know what I'm saying, since I've been doing this since birth. You know what I'm saying? Dropping it hot since birth. But the dope line in that, and that's not even the part. I want to point out the subliminal that goes into the next bar that sets up what he's about to do next. It's a homage, or that's a shout out to Snoop right there. And what I heard, he said, dropping it hot. The Snoop song, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the kids try to get at you, drop it like it's hot. You know what I'm saying? That's a play on Snoop Dogg. And the reason I know that is because right after he said dropping it hot since birth, it goes into Murder in a Verse. Murder was the case that they gave me. You know what I'm saying? Both Snoop Dogg songs. So it's like he used the theme. I told y'all, it's not necessarily the person, it's the theme. When he's writing, when a person is penning, you use themes to construct words that'll tell what you're trying to say. The theme of Snoop Dogg, dropping it hot since birth, Murder Reverse, those are both Snoop Dogg references. So I know that in your face, he's saying a different thing, but the theme used to construct those words. I'm just saying.
The ends, extend revenge, cleanse these soul, repent. Lord, forgive my sins, hell in heaven sent. World, top of the world wide web earth. Over the top, I drop a rockin' bobbin', dropping hops his birth. Mother reverse, verb in a hearse, and top of the level, the time for the words. Wait, fuck, doing double time shit. Let me spit.
This caught me when I was listening to it the first time. I don't know if y'all saw me, but I was like, no fucking way. So I got to point this out now so that I can go through the next couple of bars without having to stop them and point out to you what he did. And, you know, he used that Snoop Dogg Murder Reverse. He said verb in a hearse. That was a bar. First of all, that's a bar. He said, I'm killing these. I'm killing it. I'm killing it. Verb in a hearse. What's a verb? It's an action. You know what I'm saying? Like so he says verb in a hearse. All right. Then he says, interpret the letter, decipher the word. That's important for y'all to remember that he said that. He said, interpret the letter. Pay attention for the letter. Decipher the words that I'm using. So he's saying, pay attention to the letter while you're trying to catch these bars. This is, but now, pay attention, because he's going to make you do it. That's dope.
Hell in heaven sent. World, top of the world wide web earth. Over the top, I drop a rockin' bobbin', dropping hops his birth. Mother reverse, verb in a hearse, and top of the level, the time for the words. Wait, fuck, doing double time shit. Let me spit. It's the tale of the amazing Spider and I'm an A.
Just so y'all know, it starts right there. And I love that spider REN shit.
Wait, fuck doing double time shit. Let me spit. It's the tale of the amazing spider REN. I'm an 8-bar, 8-arm octagon. Smoking eighth with my mate when it's 8 p.m. Yeah, I ate like an ape, I'm an alien. Flip the A on its side like Infinity Stone. Finna be the baddest rapper anonymity, no. Affinity for masculinity, Sylvester Stallone. Smoke a half, answer Rocky, flip okay, it's KO.
Okay, all right. Let's go back. Let's go back. Because I can't let y'all not catch that. Remember, I said interpret the letter, decipher the words. All right? Dang, I got to get this tickle out of my throat because it's going to mess up my reaction.
Top by drop, rockin', bobbin', dropping hot since birth. Mother reverse, verbing a hearse, interpret the letter, decipher the words. Wait, fuck doing double time shit. Let me spit. It's the tale of the amazing spider REN. I'm an 8-bar, 8-arm octagon.
A tale of the amazing spider REN. I'm an 8-bar, 8-arm octagon, which was a dope play on the number 8. You know what I'm saying? Because he's doing all this in 8 bars. That's dope. 8-bar, because I'm doing this in 8 bars. 8-arm. He just said spider REN. So I know he's talking about a spider with 8 legs. I'm an 8-bar, 8-arm because he just played into it saying the amazing spider REN. But then he said octagon, you know what I'm saying, or octagon, which is an 8-sided object. So he did all that in 8s. This 8 bars, but the dope part, he said, I'm an 8-bar because he's letting you know I'm finna do all this in 8 bars. 8-armed spider REN. I guess you could say like octopus or something like that, but I know that he meant spider because he just said spider REN. So I'm an 8-bar, 8-arm octagon, all 8-sided things, which if you're not paying attention will trick you into thinking he's using the number 8 in this, or the, you know what I'm saying? Pay attention. Because, yeah, I pay attention.
Dropping hot since birth, mother reverse, verbing a hearse, interpret the letter, decipher the words. Wait, fuck doing double time shit. Let me spit. It's the tale of the amazing spider REN. I'm an 8-bar, 8-arm octagon. Smoking eighth with my mate when it's 8 p.m. Yeah.
Smoking eighth with my mate when it's 8 p.m. So again, he says smoking eighth. He's still back in the drug scheme. I'm gonna point it out now because we're halfway through this, and I don't want to have to like point each line out to show it to you. But I'm gonna point it out now to you so that you guys can pay attention to it for the rest of it. For those of y'all that don't already know it and haven't caught it, he said interpret the letter. If you're paying any attention, the letter is the letter A. It started all the way back in the beginning. The amazing spider REN. I'm an 8-bar, 8-arm octagon. Smoking an 8th with my mate. It's 8 p.m. Interpret the letter. The letter he's using as the theme for these 8 bars is the letter A. All these words rhyme with the letter A. Bruh. This is dope.
The words, wait, fuck doing double time.
I told y'all sometimes it's important for you to remember that it's about themes. It's about themes. That's how you catch bars, is understand the theme, because he's not actually talking about the letter A, but he's using the letter A as a theme. So he doesn't actually say A in there. He doesn't say A in that 8 bars. But because A is the theme, he can then construct a whole bunch of other words around the letter A without actually saying A. It's dope when you're a writer to understand the themes. You construct around themes. That's dope. That's how you always say, I wonder how he did that. How could he talk about this? How could he do this, that, and other? And how could he fit this into that? It's because they have the theme in their mind and everything else is built around that theme.
Bobbing, dropping hot since birth, mother reverse, verbing a hearse, interpret the letter, decipher the words. Wait, fuck doing double time shit. Let me spit. It's the tale of the amazing spider REN. I'm an 8-bar, 8-arm octagon. Smoking eighth with my mate when it's 8 p.m. Yeah, I ate like an ape, I'm an alien.
I ate like an ape, I'm an alien.
Smoking eighth with my mate when it's 8 p.m. Yeah, I ate like an ape, I'm an alien. Flip the A on its side like Infinity Stone.
Now, to me, that is the dopest part of the whole thing right there. He spit because he said 3 different things in there. He said, flipped it 8 on its side like Infinity Stone. Check it out, y'all. If you flip the number 8 on its side, gives you the symbol for infinity, right? But again, it's in the A because he's telling you that I just killed this right here. And they're like, you know how when somebody's done, when they're in this, on stage and they rocking a microphone and it's over with and they done and they killed it and they knocked the microphone down. That's basically what he just did. He said, I flipped the A. He didn't say 8. He said, if you listen to the dialogue, it could be 8 or A. He said, I flipped that A on his side. Flipped that A on his side. I destroyed that A like Affinity Stone. What did they do in the Avengers? The Affinity Stone helps give the power to destroy. And the Avengers have the letter A on them. So I flipped the A on his side like Affinity Stone, pointing out the Avengers, the A on them. So he's still playing off the A. Bruh. And then he said the 8, flip it over, infinity. But he played that whole thing into the theme of the letter A. But then he also tied in the 8s that he was talking about, the 8 arm octagon. Bruh, that was that A. That was so dope how he flipped that into Affinity Stone. The Avengers wear the A. The Affinity Stone gives the power to destroy he said, I flipped the whole thing on his side like Affinity Stone. Bruh. Bruh. This man is a genius.
Yeah, I ate like an ape, I'm an alien. Flip the A on its side like Infinity Stone. Finna be the baddest rapper around the name of Eno.
And he's still doing it, kind of. Gonna be the baddest rapper. Anonymity, he's still using A words on it. This time it doesn't sound like an A. But he said, I'm gonna be the baddest rapper when you're anonymous. When somebody does something under anonymity, it means we don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's done in secret. Your identity is not revealed when you do it anonymously. But he's saying anonymity known. He said, I'm finna be the baddest rapper and you gonna know me. I'm gonna be the baddest rapper. Ain't gonna be no secret. Anonymity's known. Y'all already know who I am and I'm still gonna be the best. Yo, come on.
Take gun, smoking eighth with my mate when it's 8 p.m. Yeah, I ate like an ape, I'm an alien. Flip.
That's 8, like an 8. I'm an alien.
The A on its side like Infinity Stone. Finna be the baddest rapper around the name of Eno. Affinity for masculinity, Sylvester Stallone. Smoke a half, Fanta Rocky, flip okay, it's KO. If you.
That's dope. He said affinity, no, affinity. Come on now. Anonymity, but he already said, like Infinity Stone, but if you listen to the way he said it, he kind of sounded like he was still saying Affinity Stone. You know what I'm saying? But he said affinity for masculinity. I got a thing for masculinity. Like I'm drawn to masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Sylvester Stallone, who was kind of like the poster child when I was growing up between him and Arnold Schwarzenegger for, you know what I'm saying, for masculinity. That you had him on the Commandos and Rambos and whatever. But then he goes in and says, smoke a half ounce of Rocky. You know what I'm saying? So again, he's on the drug scheme, smoke a half ounce of weed. You know what I'm saying? Shout out ASAP, smoke a half ounce of Rocky, which is a marijuana strand, you know what I'm saying? But also Sylvester Stallone played Rocky. That's dope.
Affinity for masculinity, Sylvester Stallone. Smoke a half, Fanta Rocky, flip okay, it's KO. If you know.
Flip okay, it's KO. Come on, man. Bars.
Affinity for masculinity, Sylvester Stallone. Smoke a half, Fanta Rocky, flip okay, it's KO. If you know, you know. I got soldier flow. That's a .50. That's a sniper scope. Take the sniper scope, point it at 50. The body decays like it's an isotope.
Yo, so that one right there made my mind do a little work. Because he started that in the previous bar when he said smoke a half ounce of Rocky. You know what I'm saying? And then he goes into saying that's a .50, but that's a sniper scope. So he's still in the Sylvester Stallone scheme, because .50 could be half ounce. It could also mean like a 50 millimeter sniper because he said that's a sniper scope, which is like a 50 millimeter rifle. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just pointed out that Sylvester Stallone played John Rambo. So he could still be in that like .50 50 millimeter weapon like Sylvester Stallone. You know what I'm saying? But he could also be playing into the half ounce of marijuana. You know what I'm saying? What he was doing when he said smoke the half ounce of Rocky. He could be playing into both of them with that .50.
Take the sniper scope, point it at 50. The body decays like it's an isotope. With a 10.
And then that one, the body decays like it's an isotope. That is dope right there. The isotope scheme, you know what I'm saying? The rate of decay, you know what I'm saying? And then goes in to break this down. And that was interesting to me, the way that he does this, because I'm gonna play it, but I want to give you my interpretation.
The sniper scope, point it at 5-0. The body decays like it's an isotope. With a 10-year half-life, you decade. So in 10 years' time, you'll be half your weight.
And he's still using the .50, smoke a half ounce of Rocky. He's still in that same thing, because 10-year half-life, blah, blah. He's still using the half. He's using the half through this whole scheme.
Sniper scope, take the sniper scope, point it at 5-0. The body decays like it's an isotope. With a 10-year half-life, you decade.
But I'm sorry. I know I stopped it because I missed one. I just caught it. I missed one. That could also be a shout out, because he's done that quite a bit up in here. That could also be a shout out to 50 Cent. That could be a 50 Cent, shout. Because he said, Soulja Flow. First of all, I don't know if that's a shout out to Soulja Boy or not. I wouldn't waste my time shouting out Soulja Boy myself, but I don't know if that's what he was doing. So, but that could be a Soulja Boy because of the way he was flowing. But then he says .50 sniper scope aiming at blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm a soldier. You know what I'm saying? Those could be like 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs. Because Eminem and 50 Cent both got songs called Soldier. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to really think about that one. I don't know. I ain't going to get too deep in that one because I'm not sure. My brain is just kind of doing flips right now.
I got Soulja Flow, that's a .50. That's a sniper scope. Take the sniper scope, point it at 5-0. The body decays like it's an isotope. With a 10-year half-life, you decade. So in 10 years' time, you'll be half your weight. That's a 10-year chance you'll have half a brain. Let me speed that up. Let me Kurt Cobain. Brrr.
I'm gonna tell you why that right there, because the 10 years, the isotope, the rate of decay, the this, that, and the other, you'll be 10 years half-life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Half a brain. Let me speed that up. And I wondered when I heard that, when we was going through it the first little minute ago here, if that wasn't a play on his struggles and what he went through. You know what I'm saying? With his illness, with his mental illness, and with his, Lyme disease and things like that, because he said you'll have half your brain. And it kind of sounds like a sarcastic way of saying what people were telling him. You know what I'm saying? Or kind of him replaying how he was left off. Because I remember in one of the videos I was watching, and also, I did the high REN video. In the high REN, he was talking about screaming into an empty canvas, and for the next 10 years, I suffered the consequences of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering if this whole play on the 10, you know what I'm saying, is not like a play on what he suffered through for those 10 years. You know what I'm saying? The 10 years that he dealt with, the depression, the mental illness, the misdiagnoses, and all that other kind of stuff. When he's talking about, 10-year half-life, half a brain, all that other kind of stuff, where it's like what all that stuff was doing to him through that 10 years that he was dealing with and then it kind of like he got to a point to where he gave up and was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably not going to live, because I remember him saying, I thought I was going to die. But I don't know if that ending right there was him saying, getting to the point to where he didn't think that he was going to make it. And he was like, I'm not going to keep dealing with this shit. And he said, let me speed that up. Let me Kurt Cobain. You know what I'm saying? Which is a dope bar anyway, because Kurt Cobain was addicted to speed. That was a dope ass play on words. But also, Kurt Cobain suffered mental illness also and ended up committing suicide. You know what I'm saying? He took his own life. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder if that's why he's saying, let me speed that up. Let me Kurt Cobain. I wonder if that was his way of saying, I'm tired of dealing with all this. I'm having thoughts of just taking my own life. And then ends it with the gun bar, as if to say, let me end this. That was dope. That was dope as fuck. That was dope. Man, listen. Y'all done did that to me. I'm sitting up here looking at my timestamp. I know we can pretty much, like I said in the beginning, throw this hour out the window. We're at 45 minutes right now, and I'm just making it through the first part. Y'all be doing this. Y'all be doing this. I know that secretly, y'all are sitting there right now on the other side of this screen, laughing your asses off because you knew it. And you was like, I'm just waiting for him to figure it out. We know. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and play through this second part, and then we're gonna go back to it. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. I'm gonna go get me some coffee. I need some coffee for this. All right, y'all. Got my coffee. My bad. Had to. I needed this because y'all putting me through it this morning. All right, let's go ahead and get through the second part of this. Let's go.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's hitting up. Let's go.
Swing war hammer like I'm Thor, banner I'm a Mordor, honey man, body bag and tag a man, rearrange a man's face, fuck's sake, anagram, put it back together like a game of Scrabble and nothing. Outside everything, underhand, underneath the table, no label, that's contraband. Fable of Babel, it confuses my gang, so ambitious, was that part of God's plan? I am, frightening like a titan, the titan, biting, titan, Levi, I command, Batman, down when Bruce met Superman, G's. Man got steez, man got bars and the bars make cheese. Man gets fees for a feature, please. Man spreads bars like the STDs. Man makes peas and frozen greens. Man's bar like a field of sheep. Got more bars than Ibiza streets. Man's bar sweet like the Cadbury's. G's, fresh like flesh on cold ice. Assess and throw dice. Distress like pressing Smith West inside of your head. The chamber jeweled lead, one move and you're dead. Grip, then it's click and I clack it. Can you swim, mate? Is your body aquatic? Keep it out frank with the shank in the attic. Man gets spanked with the flashbang banging. Orangutan, a manga fan, a manic. Akira, cat's a hero up the planet. Tetsuo Washima, come Kyoko. Come to reload, the future looks cold. Break mode, calibrate so caliber roll. Yotomitsu strike when the iron is cold. Iron is hot, I connect the dots. Disconnect your spine, reconnect. Duplo, Lego, Kinects, I break up. Attack the block, a toxic shock, wake up. New drop drops like a hot rock blem. Pass to the left to your right hand, men like headshot, faded. I strip your bitch naked. Sick boys, wasted. Adderall, purple, hey shit. Condom, large size. Finger your mom in Five Guys. Calm down, play nice. Or don't you pussy, stay right there. In the crosshair, die in the cross like a Jesus. Dad, with a hole in his head. Hands make money when I need the bread. Man gets hungry so I feed him lead. Can I get a 3.5 on the thread? Red Dead Redemption, I fled dimensions. My head was tense and I bled for vengeance. But introspection, but new direction. A reconception of rhyme selection. Flick a cigarette, already lit up the next one. Drive by, glide, slide, I'm that next one. One how they wonder how we flow so dumb. Slow down words. Really come harder, really come faster. Just a Welsh boy sipping on a can of lager. Come from the Celtic, nice in armor. Come from the valleys where we all go harder. Pull the Shankar, from the stone sharp. A Parker pen master, Tony Star smart with an iron heart. Hard to be dastardly smarter than Harvard degree. See me, MC squared. Wanna follow me, wanna be, never wanna be, honor me. I'm a monetary prodigy of biology, baby. Raised on a diet full of Wu-Tang and shady. Dizzy and some Wizzy and some Pac and some Jay-Z. Gifty and some Missy and some cake, all tasty. Don't forget the flat beat, that's what made me. Drop it up, then mop it up, the cadences are crazy. Knocking up a Molotov, the big boom, baby. Bang, 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 bangers on the daily. Fuck all that singing shit. Really come hard, really come faster. Just a Welsh boy sipping on a can of lager. Come from the Celtic, nights in armor. Come from the valleys where we all go harder. Smoking on a spliff, singing Curry and Biff. I'ma leave you with this, cause I'm getting pretty bored now. I live just to feel the music hit. I give it as a gift, it was mine, it is yours now. Smoking on a spliff, singing Curry and Biff. Leave you with this, cause I'm getting pretty bored now. I live just to feel the music hit, and I give it as a gift, it was mine, it is yours now. Ay.
Perfect.
Bring it back.
Wow. Ready to build it!
Man, what the fuck y'all expect me to do with that? What y'all? Finna be the baddest rapper, anonymity known. Oh boy. I got my work cut out for me. Yeah, and I know I'm probably going back too far. No, not yet. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch when he went back in.
Half a brain. Let me speed that up.
Okay.
Let me Kurt Cobain.
Y'all, boy. All right, Michael. Oh, shit. Man, got my damn head sweating. Come on, man. You got your work cut out for you, brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's hitting up. Let's get ready, let's go.
Swing war hammer like I'm Thor or Banner. I'm a Mordor, honey man, body bag and tagger man.
Says swing Warhammer like I'm Thor or Banner. You know what I'm saying? Swing Warhammer, Thor. You know what I'm saying? Still into the superheroes shit that he was in back in the last verse. Thor or Banner, Bruce Banner, the Incredible Hulk. We got Thor, Incredible Hulk bars, but then he says Handyman. You know what I'm saying? He also said Mordor. You know what I'm saying? But then he goes into Handyman, who uses a hammer. I'm going to try not to go too deep into my description because there is so much in this. We'll be here 3 hours if I tried to really go too deep. This is crazy.
Swing war hammer like I'm Thor or Banner. I'm a Mordor, honey man, body bag and tagger man. Rearrange a man's face, fuck's sake, anagram. Put it back.
Rearrange a man's face, fuck's sake, anagram, which is the act of an anagram is the rearranging when you take a word and you rearrange said word into another word using the same letters that were in the original word, not adding or taking anything away. It's when you take a word and change that word into an entirely different word using the same letters. He said, I'm gonna rearrange a man's face. Anagram. Bro.
Swing war hammer like I'm Thor or Banner. I'm a Mordor, honey man, body bag and tagger man. Rearrange a man's face, fuck's sake, anagram. Put it back together like a game of Scrabble and nothing.
Yeah, see? Put it back together. That just affirmed what I just said. You know what I'm saying? Put it back together like a game of Scrabble where you use letters to create words. So he just basically described anagram. He said, I'm going to rearrange a man's face, fuck's sake. Anagram. Put it back together like a game of Scrabble. Bruh.
Swing war hammer like I'm Thor or Banner. I'm a Mordor, honey man, body bag and tagger man. Rearrange a man's face, fuck's sake, anagram. Put it back together like a game of Scrabble and nothing. Outside everything, underhand, underneath the table, no label, that's contraband. Fable.
Hey, and then that still plays into the Scrabble too, because in Scrabble he said outside, nothing outside, everything underhand. So first of all, in a game of Scrabble, you know what I'm saying, you got, the letters, you know what I'm saying, that are in your hand. And he's saying there's nothing left. That when you play the game of Scrabble, the winner is the person that creates the most words or whatever. And of course they keep score. The words have have monetary value or have value. But the game is over when somebody runs out of words, runs out of letters. There's nothing left. There's no letters left. I've used all my letters to create these words. Now the game is over. So he's still playing into the Scrabble when he said nothing outside, everything gone, ain't nothing left. You know what I'm saying? I've used all my letters. But then transitions that same thought into everything's underneath, no label. That's contraband. So he's saying everything's underground. Everything's independent. There's no label. That's something we don't fuck with. That's contraband is something that's illegal. And it's kind of no label. If you're going through an airport and you take a pill bottle, which still plays back into the drug scheme back in the very first verse. But if you take a pill bottle, if you peel the name or the address or the, that kind of the information off of the bottle, at that point, it's no longer a prescription. You know what I'm saying? In the eyes of the law, it's considered contraband because there's no name or nothing on that. So it removes the prescription value from it. You know what I'm saying? And that's considered, contraband. He's saying no label, contraband. So you take off the label, it's contraband, but also saying that everything's underneath, everything's independent, everything's underground. And to us, labels are illegal. They violate what we stand for. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. That's dope.
Honey man, body bag and tagger man. Rearrange a man's face, fuck's sake, anagram. Put it back together like a game of Scrabble and nothing. Outside everything, underhand, underneath the table, no label, that's contraband. Fable of Babel, it confuses my gang.
That part right there, Fable of Babel. Now, when I heard that the first time, but now I get it. When I get it now, because of the label and the contraband, he said Fable of Babel. If you read the story in the Bible about Babel, I think he intentionally mispronounced that, but Fable of Babel. And he's talking about Babel, where, You know what I'm saying? Where in Babel, everybody spoke languages, different languages, and then they confused, and it was confusing. You couldn't understand, this, that, and other, and it confused the people. So we're talking about fable of Babel. You know what I'm saying? And then he says it confuses my gang. So he's still talking about the label, and he's saying the shit that they talking that don't make no sense to us. You know what I'm saying? He's saying no label contraband, and then he goes into Babel, and he's like, the language that they use is not the language that we use. We don't understand. We don't understand that. That's a bunch of the shit. The shit that they be talking is gibberish to us. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. That's dope.
Rearrange a man's face, fuck's sake, anagram. Put it back together like a game of Scrabble and nothing. Outside everything, underhand, underneath the table, no label, that's contraband. Fable of Babel, it confuses my gang. So ambitious, was that part of God's plan?
Which also goes into which also confirms the Babel to me, because he said, was that part of God's plan? Because in Babel, God actually gave everybody different languages intentionally so that they couldn't understand each other, so that they would, you know what I'm saying? So that, the languages wouldn't understand each other. So he's saying, I was so ambitious. Was it part of God's plan for me that I didn't understand what they were talking about, that what they were doing and what they were saying didn't make no sense to me? Because I was so ambitious. I was so hungry. I probably would have fell for some bullshit, because I just wanted to get out there. I was so ambitious. It was God's plan that they spoke a language different than mine, that I didn't understand them, or that it didn't make sense to me. It was his plan to keep me separate from them. Dope.
Put it back together like a game of Scrabble and nothing. Outside everything, underhand, underneath the table, no label, that's contraband. Fable of Babel, it confuses my gang. So ambitious, was that part of God's plan? I am.
He goes into the I am, the I am, it's saying, who does he say I am that I am, that's dope. That's dope. But that's also kind of a talk your shit line too. That goes all the way back to born, ever since I, came out of the womb on the broom, you know what I'm saying? The Street Fighter bars where he basically said he was the master. You know what I'm saying? That goes all the way back to all that kind of shit. Because right there, he says that I am, and it's a phrase that a lot of time hip hop artists use. They call themselves a god. You know what I'm saying? So he's kind of like referencing, you know what I'm saying, what it says in the Bible when, God says that I am, that I am, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like in that part right there, he's using that line to say, I'm a god. I'm a god MC. That's bars. That's bars.
Outside everything, underhand, underneath the table, no label, that's contraband. Fable of Babel, it confuses my gang. So ambitious, was that part of God's plan? I am. Fighting like attack on the Titan, biting Titan, Levi, Aquaman, Batman, down when Bruce met Superman G.
Hold on. So wait a minute. So I got the I already know, because I've heard him do it before. So I know that he's kind of a fan of like comic books, like superheroes, this, that, and other action heroes. We've gotten the Street Fighters, we've gotten the Avengers, we've gotten all that other kind of stuff. We got Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying? We already know the action heroes. He said an affinity for masculinity, you know what I'm saying? So he's even gone into, the Thor, the Bruce Banner, But right here, he goes into Attack on the Titan, which isn't that anime? Like, is Ren into anime also? Like, Attack on the Titan is anime, right? I don't know a lot about it, but I know of it. I know because I have a son, and that's all I'm gonna say. My son is really into like video games, anime, little stuff like that. So I'm aware of anime. And I want to say is it manga? How do you pronounce that? Either way, I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time on that, but he goes into saying Attack on the Titan, and you know what I'm saying? And he says biting Titan, Levi, Ackerman, who was actually one of the characters in Attack on the Titan that was actually sent to do battle with Titans. So like he's going into an anime theme, an anime spiel right this second. So y'all can get in the comments and let me know. I didn't know Ren was an anime fan, but obviously he knows of it. You know what? He's so deep to me. He doesn't even have to be a fan of a thing to know about it. I think sometimes in his quiet time, he sits down and reads and studies and he studies the type of shit that you and I don't study. Like, I think he studies the most random shit. He's one of those ones that could go on like Jeopardy, that just knows all the answers. He has a mind full of like random, useless information. Like, everybody has that. Everybody has that. I think he's just got so much information packed in his brain.
So ambitious, was that part of God's plan? I am fighting like attack on the Titan, biting Titan, Levi, Aquaman, Batman, down when Bruce met Superman G.
Batman versus Superman. Batman down when Bruce met Superman. That was a dope movie to me. A lot of people hated that movie. I heard a lot of like the Batman Superman like loyalists. They really didn't care for that movie, but I loved that movie. I thought that was dope. I thought that was a dope movie. Even though in my honest opinion, don't hate on me, but in my honest opinion, ain't no way in hell that Batman gonna beat Superman on any given Sunday, ever.
On the Titan, biting Titan, Levi, Aquaman, Batman, down when Bruce met Superman, jeez. Man got steez, man got bars and the bars make cheese.
Man got steez. That's a cultural bar. We say stuff like that in like hip hop culture. We say stuff like Stilo. You know what I'm saying? Got my flavor. You know, got all these different words. He said, man got steez. He basically saying, man got style and ease. Put them two words together, it creates steez. That's his way of saying, I make this look easy. You know what I'm saying, man got steez. I'm dope, and I make this shit look easy. That's dope. That's dope. Hip hop culture. Love it.
Down when Bruce met Superman, jeez. Man got steez, man got bars and the bars make cheese.
Man got bars and bars make cheese. Bars make cheese, which is another word for money. Yeah, man got bars. He basically said, I make this look easy. I got bars, and my bars make money. I get paid from my shit.
Man gets fees for a feature, please. Man spreads bars.
Man gets fees for a feature. He basically just saying, I make bread, I make money.
Titan, Levi, Aquaman, Batman, down when Bruce met Superman, jeez. Man got steez, man got bars and the bars make cheese. Man gets fees for a feature, please. Man spreads bars like the STDs.
Man spreads bars like they STDs. Bruh. You ain't out here getting nobody sick as you ran. Yeah, I make people sick. I make people sick with these bars. I'm out here causing venereal diseases. I make people sick with my bars.
Come on, Batman, down when Bruce met Superman, jeez. Man got steez, man got bars and the bars make cheese. Man gets fees for a feature, please. Man spreads bars like the STDs. Man makes peas and frozen greens. Man's bar like a field of sheep.
Man makes peas. I don't know if that ties into the STD thing, but it did in my brain. My brain went completely left with that. When he said, man got bars, my bars spread like STDs, man makes peas. And it just goes into the play like I burn when I pee. I burn when I pee like a STD. You get a venereal disease. It burns when you pee. He said, man makes peas. But man makes green from frozen greens. That's but anyway, I'm sorry. My brain went left. I get a little ridiculous sometimes. But he said, man makes peace. But he said, man's got bars like a flock of sheep. That is so dope how he did that. Bars, 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 bars. He still said bars, but he kind of sounded like he was Australian. He said, we got bars. Come on over and throw something on the barbie. Said, man got bars like a flock of sheep, like a field of sheep. That's dope. That's dope.
Man got bars and the bars make cheese. Man gets fees for a feature, please. Man spreads bars like the STDs. Man makes peas and frozen greens. Man's bar like a field of sheep. Got more bars than Ibiza streets. Man's bar sweet like the Cadbury's. Gee.
Man got more bars than he. Is it? I'm not gonna say it. It's Ibiza. He said Ibiza. Is that how it's really pronounced? Anyway, Ibiza streets. The touristy kind of like nightlife. Ibiza bars, man got bars. You know what I'm saying? Pubs, places to go drink, nightlife. You know what I'm saying? Like Ibiza streets. But I'm gonna tell you that I didn't like this bar. I didn't like this bar, but it's a personal thing for me. Got more bars than Cadbury. That's a dope line, bruh. I'm gonna take a second to give y'all a personal opinion. You can agree to disagree if you want to. chocolate, candy bar, Cadbury makes sense. But every time I think of Cadbury, the only thing I can think about is the nastiest, most disgusting creation known to man was the Cadbury egg. That damn chocolate egg filled with whatever the fuck that was on the inside of that. Do not tell me that was nougat. Do not tell me that that was marshmallow. Do not tell me that was an inhuman substance on the inside of that damn egg that was not meant for human consumption. There is no way that anybody convinced me, and it became popular because of the marketing of the little Cadbury bunny and the little lion with that bunny ears on and all this, that, and other. And the marketing was phenomenal. But damn if you're going to sell that thing and be that marketing, make it be edible. And there are millions of people that love that damn Cadbury egg, and they still sell millions and millions and millions of them things every year. And I'm sorry, I'm going on a whole diatribe because that is the most disgusting substance I have ever tasted in my entire life. That anybody who eats that needs to go get checked, because there might be something going on the inside of you from all these years of eating that junk, because it wasn't meant to go in your body. Just saying. All right, well, let's continue. I'm sorry.
And spreads bars like the STDs. Man makes peas and frozen greens. Man's bar like a field of sheep. Got more bars than Ibiza streets. Man's bar sweet like the Cadbury's. Jeez, fresh like flesh on cold dice. Assess and throw dice. This rest.
Hey, he said flesh on cold dice. Assess, but assess could say asses. Flesh on cold ice. Fresh like flesh on cold ice. Assess like throw dice, bro.
Like a field of sheep. Got more bars than Ibiza streets. Man's bar sweet like the Cadbury's. Jeez, fresh like flesh on cold dice. Assess and throw dice. This rest like Preston Smith West inside of your head. The chamber jeweled lead, one move and you're dead. Grip.
Distress like Preston Smith Wesson side of your head. The chamber jeweled is another way of saying God. The chamber is loaded. Chamber jeweled with lead. One move, you're dead. While he's sitting in the video holding the gun to his head. Bruh. That's a dope ass play on him basically just saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? I stay locked and loaded. These bars are here. I got jewels for days on days, and I'm locked in. You know what I'm saying? And you can try me if you want to. One false move, I'm gonna have to kill that ass. Don't come in here messing with me.
Cadbury's, jeez, fresh like flesh on cold dice. Assess and throw dice. This rest like Preston Smith West inside of your head. The chamber jeweled lead, one move and you're dead. Grip, then it's click and I clack it. Can you swim, mate? Is your body aquatic?
Can you swim, mate? Is your body aquatic? Bruh.
One move and you're dead. Grip, then it's click and I clack it. Can you swim, mate? Is your body aquatic? Keep your arm frank with the shank in the attic. Man, get.
Hey, I wonder if that's a bar. He said, keep it Anne Frank with the shank in the attic. And I know Anne Frank is known for, you know what I'm saying, but her writings and this, that, and other. But I wonder if he's saying kind of in that right there, keep it Anne Frank. I'm wondering if he's saying keep it, because Anne Frank was known for her resiliency, for her strength, for her, you know, resiliency and her strength and her determination. You know, keep it. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if he's saying keep it, you know, keep it moving, keep it resilient, stay strong, stay, you know, like, I don't know. I might be reading too much in that, but he's basically saying because Anne Frank did her writings and she stayed resilient or whatever, stay sharp, stay focused. You know what I'm saying is what I'm trying to say. And in that he said, keep it Anne Frank. You know what I'm saying? Like a shank, because he's talking about his pen. You know what I'm saying? In the way he writes. So, and keep your mind sharp. A shank is a blade. It's a sharp blade. So he's saying keep it Anne Frank. You know, stay resilient. Keep your mind sharp, because he said with the knife in the attic. So I wonder if in the attic represents your mind. If he's saying, you know, stay resilient and keep your mind sharp. You know what I'm saying? Keep it Anne Frank with the shank in the attic. Keep your mind sharp. You know, I wonder, I don't know because it doesn't play into what he said just before that. But I'm just wondering if I'm wondering if that's like a little quick subliminal that he threw into that.
Pressing Smith West inside of your head, the chamber jeweled lead, one move and you're dead. Grip, then it's click and I clack it. Can you swim, mate? Is your body aquatic? Keep your arm frank with the shank in the attic. Man gets spanked with the flashbang, bang it. Orangutan, a manga fan, a manic.
And maybe he's saying he's still into. I'm sorry. Maybe it did play into it. Maybe he's still into that bar previous to that. When I was telling you, he was saying, "You come on over here." When he was talking about Smith and Wesson, when he was saying, "Come on over here," I keep it locked and loaded. You know what I'm saying? I got bars for days. You come in here messing with me, I'm gonna have to kill you. I'm gonna have to eat you up on this microphone. And maybe he's not telling you to stay resilient. Maybe he's saying, "I keep it Anne Frank with the shake in the attic." You know what I'm saying? Like I keep it focused and strong and you know what I'm saying? And I'm sharp. Like I'm loaded. You know what I'm saying? I stay ready. You know what I'm saying? I keep it 100. I keep it strong in my, I don't know. I'm probably reading too much into that. Maybe I'm trying to find something that's not there.
Shank in the attic, man gets spanked with a flashbang, bang it. Orangutan, a manga fan, a manic. Akira, cat's a hero up the planet. Tetsu Washima, come Kyoko, come to
Wait a minute, he said Akira. But he's still in the manga stuff. He's still in the manga stuff. He's still doing the anime. He must be a fan of anime.
Frank with the shank in the attic. Man gets spanked with the flashbang, bang it. Orangutan, a manga fan, a manic.
And he just said it. Orangutan, a manga fan of manic. Okay, he just said it. I missed it. He is an anime fan.
Shank in the attic. Man gets spanked with the flashbang, bang it. Orangutan, a manga fan, a manic. Akira, cat's a hero up the planet. Tetsu Washima, come Kyoko, come to reload. The future looks cold. Break modes, calibrate so caliber roll. Yotomitsu strike when the iron is cold.
Yotomitsu strike. I heard that when he did that. Look, when he said the Yotomitsu strike, he's still in the anime stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to just keep repeating that. But he said he's on fire, which is part of that whole thing too. But that took me back to another thing, another subliminal, because he's been doing little video game stuff too when he was in the Street Fighter. You know what I'm saying? Right? I'm trying to think of the video game. Anyway, I'm sorry, because I can't think of it right this second. It's a Street Fighter, and it's what else am I hearing him play into? Yeah, Michael. Is it Street Fighter? My brain literally just fucking froze, so I'm not gonna do it. But also when he did the He's on Fire, that gave me a visual of the game NBA Jams. When we used to play that game, when the basketball game, when it was 3-on-3, and when you start hitting jumpers and you start doing your little stuff and this, that, and the other, if they hit 2 or 3 in a row, or if they start dunking too many times, the game will yell out, "He's on fire." It kind of gave me that too. My bad. My bad. That's what it is. Tekken, Yotomitsu. That's what I was gonna say. He went from Street Fighter to Tekken, which I played both of them games. I don't know. See, I told you my brain be having flashback. He said, "Keep it Anne Frank." I'm trying to keep it sharp, man. I'm trying to listen.
I connect the dots, disconnect your spine, reconnect. Duplo, Lego, Kinects, I break up. Attack the block, a toxic shock, wake up. New drops like a hot rock blem. Pass to the left to your right hand, men like.
Hold on. I missed that. He said,
headshot, faded. I strip your bitch naked. Sick boys, wait.
Wait a minute, I'm missing. It's not going back like I'm telling it to.
Come Kyoko, come to reload. The future
Okay,
looks
all right.
cold. Break modes, calibrate so caliber roll. Yotomitsu strike when the iron is cold.
He's on
Iron is
fire!
hot, I connect the dots, disconnect your spine, reconnect. Duplo, Lego, Kinects, I break up.
Okay, so he said, "I connect the dots, disconnect your spine, blah, 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 Duplo." And I played with the Kinects. The Kinects used to be my shit. I'm sorry. Was it the Kinects, the one that used to have like the metal pieces where you could screw stuff together and make little robots? And I like that shit when I was growing up. But anyway, he just basically said all these things that you can construct together. He got Legos, he got Duplo box, he got Kinects. You know what I'm saying? He got all that kind of stuff basically just to say, "I connect the dots." But then he said, "Attack the block." Attack the block. That's hard. That was a hard bar.
Attack the block, a toxic shock, wake up. New drops like a hot rock blem. Pass to the left to your right hand, man.
Pass to the left to your right hand, man. That's another drug bar. And he does like this when he does it. It's another drug bar. Pass to the left, because if I pass to the left of me, it's going to go into the right hand of the person next to me. But also, that's a whole term. My right hand man, my sidekick, my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Pass to the left to my right hand man. That remind me of what's that? Wasn't there with that old song? Pass the Dutchie to my left hand side. Sorry.
A toxic shock wake up, new drops like a hot rock blam. Pass to the left to your right hand man like headshot, faded. I strip your bitch naked.
That's the only line right there. I'm not gonna lie to y'all transparently. That's the only line that I hated and loved at the same time. That right there. Because I get what he's doing. He said attack the block. So it's almost like he's throwing shots. You know what I'm saying? But when he did that headshot, faded, that irritates. That I hate that style of rap. That's actually a style of rap. And when I hear people rapping like that, it drives me absolutely insane. Because 90% of the time, those are the ones who go through a whole song and don't say shit. They ain't saying nothing. They just word here, word there, word here. And at least he's making sense and he's making something out of it when he does it. But most of the people that do that go through a whole 16 bars doing that. That's the laziest fucking writing. Because you literally can write 4 words every bar if you rapping like that. You know what I'm saying? You can write 4 words every bar and make it all the way through an entire 16 bars with less than 20 words. Not saying a fucking thing. I'm sorry. I just got that. I had to vent. That drives me nuts. I hate that style of rap. But I like that he's doing it because I think he's actually being sarcastic when he's doing it.
The block, a toxic shock wake up, new drops like a hot rock blam. Pass to the left to your right hand man like headshot, faded. I strip your bitch naked. Sick boys, wasted. Adderall, purple, hey shit.
Hey, and then he said the same thing, pass to the left-hand side. So he's still in the drug scheme, the weed scheme, because he said headshot, faded, when he said pass it to the left-hand side, you know what I'm saying? Then he says headshot, faded. And he said, I strip your bitch naked. Purple, hey, Adderall, pills, some more pills. He's still in the drug scheme from the first verse. Purple Haze is another brand, is a strand of weed. So he's still in that drug scheme. He's been sprinkling that drug scheme throughout this whole song, and he started the song off with that drug scheme. So I think he's been playing that through this whole thing.
Bitch naked, sick boys, wasted. Adderall, purple, hey shit. Condom, large size. Finger your
too much information. That's too much information, man. Too much information. Don't nobody give a damn what size your condom is. But see, now you done fucked up because I like Five Guys burgers. But now I am not going to be able to walk into that restaurant again without laughing because of you. Finger your mom and Five Guys. I'm probably going to be looking around to see if anybody doing that shit in there.
Shit. Condom, large size. Finger your mom in Five Guys. Calm down, play nice. Or don't you pussy, stay right there.
And then he said, finger your mom. These are all the sexual innuendos. Think about that, condom. You know what I'm saying? Finger your mom and Five Guys. Calm down. Play nice. So what do you do? What is another word for when a man is I'm sorry, I'm not going to go too deep, but when fingering, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing with her. You know what I'm saying? So these are all words that he's using. Calm down. Play nice. After he just got done saying finger your mom and Five Guys. Calm down. Play nice. Or don't you pussy. Finger, play, pussy. Those all tie in together.
In Five Guys, calm down, play nice. Or don't you pussy, stay right there in the crosshair.
And it even goes into crosshair. So you got finger, play, pussy, crosshair. Fingers playing in the pussy hairs. Sorry. Michael, you got problems. Come on.
Hey shit, condom, large size. Finger your mom in Five Guys. Calm down, play nice. Or don't you pussy, stay right there in the crosshair. Die in the cross like a Jesus. Dad, with a hole in his head. Hands make money when I need the bread.
I'm sorry, because he's got my mind stuck to where it was before. Because even then he goes into hole and head. He's talking something else. He's talking about something else, but he's still using words that fit that scheme. He said dead, whole, head. You know what I'm saying? And even if you use the word dead, Prince used to use this lingo. You know what I'm saying? And it was in a couple of movies too. And it was actually in a couple of poems and stuff like that. When I say when a person has an orgasm, it's equivalent to dying. I died. You know what I'm saying? In that moment. So even if you take all those words, he could still be talking about the same thing, playing with in Five Guys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She came. Oh, I'm getting off that, because even if I'm right, I'm done. I do not want to spend the rest of this reaction talking about that. Ren, you wrong.
Dad, with a hole in his head. Hands make money when I need the bread.
Hands make money when I need the bread? Bro, that's a bar. Hand makes money when I need the bread, because the act of you got to knead the dough with your hands to make bread. Hands make money when I need the bread. Bruh, that was dope.
Don't you pussy stay right there in the crosshair, die in the cross like a Jesus. Dad, with a hole in his head. Hands make money when I need the bread. Man gets hungry so I feed him lead. Can I get a 3.5 on the tread red?
Man gets hungry, so I feed him lead, and then you can hear it goes blah. Man gets hungry. Man gets greedy. Man gets greedy, so I feed him, bruh. I'm gonna wait, because that just made me think of something. But then he said, can I get a 3.5 on credit? He basically said, can I get an 8th on credit? You know what I'm saying? He's still talking about the drug scheme. You know what I'm saying? Can I get an 8th? Can I get an 8th on credit? For those of y'all that don't know 3.5, can I get a 3.5 on credit? Can I get an 8th on credit? All right, come on. I got to catch this, because this is going somewhere right here.
Jesus. Dad, with a hole in his head. Hands make money when I need the bread. Man gets hungry so I feed him lead. Can I get a 3.5 on the tread red? Dead redemption, I fled dimensions. My head was tense and I bled for vengeance. But introspection, but new direction. A reconception of rhyme selection. Flick a cigarette, already lit up the next one. Drive by, glass light, I'm not next on. One how they wonder how he flows so dumb. Slow down, words, we become harder.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. So, he goes, can I get the 3.5 on credit? But that next
my
part.
head was tense and I bled for vengeance, but interest
No.
Play nice, or don't you pussy stay right there in the crosshair, die in the cross like a Jesus. Dad, with a hole in his head. Hands make money when I need the bread. Man gets hungry so I feed him lead. Can I get a 3.5 on the tread red? Dead redemption, I fled dimensions. My head was tense and I bled for vengeance, but introspection, but new direction. A reconception of rhyme selection.
That right there, that sounds like, maybe I'm reaching, but that sounds like a shot at Cujo. Now, I just did the Cujo beatdown. That sounds like a shot at Cujo. He said Red Dead Redemption. Basically, like I quit trying to, I dead redemption. I'm not trying to redeem myself no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to redeem myself. I'm not trying to play nice no more. I fled dimensions, because I know they was going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Instagram, little stuff like that. So he said, I fled dimensions. I gave up. I quit. I quit going back and forth with this motherfucker. I quit talking. You know, I fled redemption. I realize now that there's no redeeming this situation. There's no way that we can talk our way out of this anymore. So I fled dimensions. I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave. I'm going to get up out of this conversation. But then he took a turn. He said, my head was tense. I was mad. I was angry, and I bled for vengeance. You know what I mean? I was angry, and I wanted to get this. I wanted to get this motherfucker so bad. Hold on. Because this sounds like, I hope I'm not.
3.5 on the tread red, dead redemption. I fled dimensions. My head was tense and I bled for vengeance. But introspection, but new direction. A reconception of rhyme selection.
But introspection brought new direction. I was mad. I was pissed. I wanted to go at this motherfucker. He done stole my money. He done stole my product. He done took my work from me. This, that, and the other. I wanted to go at this motherfucker. Like, I wanted vengeance. But after introspection, I sat back for a little bit. I thought about it, and I realized that that's not going to help nobody for me to actually seek vengeance. So what I did was I came up with a new way to hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Reconception of rhyme selection. So I said, I'm going to go at him in the booth. I figured out a way that I can do this without having to seek vengeance. And ultimately he did end up getting vengeance on him. He killed him anyway. I think that's a Cujo bar. I think he slipped that into this fire in the booth. I might be reaching, but I think that's that.
Can I get a 3.5 on the thread? Red Dead Redemption. I fled dimensions. My head was tense and I bled for vengeance, but introspection, but new direction. A reconception of rhyme selection. Flick a cigarette, already lit up the next one. Drive by, glass light, I'm that next one. One how they wonder how we flow so dumb. Slow down, Woods. We become harder.
That was dope how he did that. Woods.
We become faster. Just a Welsh boy sipping on a can of lager. Come from the Celtic Knights in armor.
Celtic Knights in Armor. That was dope. That was a dope play on the Celtic Knights in Armor.
Come faster, just a Welsh boy sipping on a can of lager. Come from the Celtic Knights in armor. Come from the baddies where we all go harder. Pull the shank Arthur from the stone sharper. Parker pen.
Pull the shank Arthur from the stone sharper. So we going back into another scheme. You know what I'm saying? He done already did the manga. He done already did the Avengers. He done already did Street Fighter. He done did Tekken. You know what I'm saying? Now he's doing King Arthur, where he pulled a sword from the stone. But there was only one. There was only one person who had the ability to do that. You know what I'm saying? So he basically still playing into that I'm one of one. I'm a god. I'm a god. He's still talking his shit right there. Pull the stone Arthur. There's only one me. I'm the only one capable of doing what I do. That's dope.
Come from the baddies where we all go harder. Pull the shank Arthur from the stone sharper. Parker pen master. Tony Stark smart with an iron heart.
Parker, pull the pen. He said, pull the shank Arthur from the stone. Oh, he said, Parker pen master. Hold on.
Sipping on a can of lager. Come from the Celtic Knights in armor. Come from the baddies where we all go harder. Pull the shank Arthur from the stone sharper. Parker pen master. Tony Stark smart with an iron.
Parker pen master. Tony Stark with an iron heart. Pen master. He can't be talking about Peter Parker. I'm gonna have to really think about that one. But I know that, because I'm confused because the Tony Stark and Iron Heart, you got Tony Stark, who is Iron Man. Iron Heart is a completely different character. You know what I'm saying? Similar powers, kind of the same, different character. But hold on. Let me hold on.
The Welsh boy sipping on a can of lager. Come from the Celtic Knights in armor. Come from the baddies where we all go harder. Pull the shank Arthur from the stone sharper. Parker pen master. Tony Stark smart with an iron heart. To be dastardly smarter than Harvard degree. See me MC squared. Wanna be.
Okay. All right. So he's basically still talking about how he's the shit. I'm one of one. He's talking about pull the shank Arthur. He goes into pen master. I'm a genius with this pen. And all the way back to him still talking about, he was talking about how Harry Potter, he's talking about in manga, he's talking about all them about how he's the master. He's basically, this whole thing is him talking about how dope he is with his pen. He says pen master, Tony Stark, Iron Heart. He said artery, which was dope. Iron Heart, artery. You know what I'm saying? That was dope. But then he goes in smarter than Harvard, E equals MC squared. So all these things, Harvard is an Ivy League school who supposedly the smartest of the smartest people go to. You know what I'm saying? But then you got Tony Stark, you got Ironheart. Both of those were known to be geniuses. Both of those people were geniuses. E equals MC squared. Einstein, genius. So he basically, that whole thing, he broke down just different ways for him to say that I'm a genius with this pen. I'm a genius. All the way from King Arthur, I'm one of one. You know what I'm saying? Parker, master, Tony Stark, Ironheart, E equals MC square, Harvard. All of those things were different ways and different, just one giant, mixture, a giant vat for him to be able to tell, a gumbo of him being able to tell you that I'm a genius with this pen. I'm the shit. That's what that was. It was him talking shit.
You'll go harder, pull the shank Arthur from the stone sharper, Parker pen master, Tony Stark smart with an iron heart. To be dastardly smarter than Harvard degree. See me MC squared. Wanna follow me, wanna be, never wanna be, honor me. I'm a monetary prodigy of biology, baby. Raised on a diet full of Wu-Tang shady.
This was dope to me, but again, he still continued into talking about how I'm the shit. And then he goes into, now he's talking about why I'm the shit. This is dope. That was dope. That whole thing now it's actually really starting to formulate like a real thing for me because like that he spent that whole time telling you I'm a master. I'm one of one. You guys have created it's like I'm a monster. I'm an alien. I'm a unicorn. I'm a whatever term you want to use. I am the only one like me. And the reason I'm like me is what he's going into now. He says, I'm a monastery. I'm a temple. I'm a temple, but my temple is filled with gods. My temple is filled with gods, and then goes into breaking down Wu-Tang, Shady. You know what I'm saying? He's going into Jay-Z, Missy, 50, K-Dot. He's going into saying, I'm a monastery. I'm the temple that houses all these gods. He's saying, I fed, I grew, I learned from studying these different gods. You know what I'm saying? I am a monastery. I am the temple. My body, my mind is the temple that houses all these gods. And this is why I am who I am. This is why in the previous bar, I'm telling you, I'm one of one. I'm a genius, but it's because I studied them. That is dope as fuck. That is dope.
A kind of lager, come from the Celtic, nice in armor. Come from the valleys where we all go harder. Pull the Shankar, from the stone sharper. Parker pen master, Tony Star smart with an iron heart. Hard to be dastardly smarter than Harvard degree. See me, MC squared. Wanna follow me, wanna be, never wanna be, honor me. I'm a monastery prodigy of biology, baby. Raised on a diet full of Wu-Tang Shady.
Prodigy of biology. Sorry, I didn't mean to stop that right there, but probably I forgot to point that out. Prodigy of biology. Biology is what you're made of. It's what's inside you, what you're made of. He said prodigy of biology. He's basically saying raised on a diet full of, he's saying this shit is inside me. It flows through my veins. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he goes even before that. He said the word artery. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is what I'm made of. I'm made of these things I'm getting ready to tell you right now. This is my biology.
Be dastardly smarter than Harvard degree. See me, MC squared. Wanna follow me, wanna be, never wanna be, honor me. I'm a monastery prodigy of biology, baby. Raised on a diet full of Wu-Tang Shady. Busy and some Wizzy and some Pac and some Jay-Z. Fisting and some Missy and some K-Dot tasty. Don't forget the plan B, that's what made me. Drop it up, then mop it up, the cadences are crazy. Knocking up a Molotov, the big boom, baby. Bang, 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 bangers on the daily. Fuck all that singing shit, really come hard, really come.
Yeah, hey, hold on. If y'all don't know, that was I'm with you, Ren. I'm with you, Ren, because that shit makes me sick too. He went into saying I'm a monastery prodigy of biology, names all these god MCs that he studied and was like, this is what the shit is supposed to sound like. And then goes into you chop it up, mop it up. He said the cadences are crazy now. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that's happening right now is ridiculous. He said, knock it up, Mazel big boom, baby. He said, it's kind of like saying, you know, the big boom killed off all the dinosaurs and stuff. But now he's saying like the big boom, but not killed off the dinosaurs. That was a stupid ass comment. You know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, he said, bang, 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 bang. Oh, come on, Michael. He had my brain was going good now.
That's what made me. Drop it up, then mop it up. The cadences are crazy. Knocking up a Molotov, the big boom, baby. Bang, 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 bangers on the day.
That part, bang, 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 bangers on the daily. But the way that he said it, bang, 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 you know, these are insulting bars. And the way that he said that was an insult. You know what I'm saying? Bang, bang, bang. He's saying now all we get every day on the radio, the stuff that's coming out is shit about killing, shooting, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing it with like bang, bang, bang. And then he says, fuck all that singing shit because of the use of auto-tune and the way people sound nowadays and the way rappers are sounding. He just got done talking about all these god MCs that he learned from. And he's basically saying the shit that's out right now don't sound nothing like that. And he said, fuck all that singing shit. I'm with you. I hate auto-tune. You know what drives me nuts more than anything is there are people that really can sing and really can rap that filter they shit through auto-tune. And I'm sitting up here thinking to myself, why would you ruin your real sound like that? Like, I understand there are people that are making money just trying to get a quick check off some music and they really have no skills. I understand when they do it. It's disgusting, but I understand when they do it. But if you actually have some level of talent, why the fuck are you destroying your artwork with that trash? I'm sorry. That's a personal. I won't go on that rant. But that's right there. You're like, bang, bang, bang. I hate it too. I hate it too, brother.
Fisting and some Missy and some K-Dot tasty. Don't don't forget the plan B, that's what made me. Chop it up, then mop it up, the cadences are crazy. Knocking up a Molotov, the big boom, baby. Bang, 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 bangers on the daily. Fuck all that singing shit. Really come hard, really come fast. Just a Welsh boy sipping on a can of lager. Come from the Celtic, knights in armor. Come from the valleys where we all go harder. Smoking on a spliff, singing Curry and Biff. I'ma leave you with this, cause I'm getting pretty bored now.
He said smoking on a spliff, singing. He said, I'm getting pretty bored now. He's like, this shit, he flexed through this whole thing. He basically said, I make this shit look easy. I'm getting bored now. This isn't even a challenge to me anymore. I can do this in my sleep.
Hard, smoking on a spliff, singing Curry and Biff. I'ma leave you with this, cause I'm getting pretty bored now. I live just to feel the music hit. I give it as a gift, it was mine, it is yours now.
I live just to feel the music hit, but after he just got done smoking on a spliff, hit, spliff, smoking, you know what I'm saying? I live just to feel the music hit. Those are two plays on each other. But anyway, he said, I live just to feel the music hit. I give it as a gift. It was mine. Now it's yours now. You know what I'm saying? That's a bar like a motherfucker. He said, I give it as a gift. It was mine. It's like he was given a gift. I have a gift in me. It was mine. I give it as a gift. It was my gift. Now it's yours now. I give my gift to you. That's a bar. That's a bar.
I'm getting pretty bored now. I live just to feel the music hit. I give it as a gift. It was mine, it is yours now. Smoking on a spliff, singing Curry and Biff. Leave you with this, cause I'm getting pretty bored now. I live just to feel the music hit, and I give it as a gift. It was mine, it is yours now. Hey.
Perfect.
Bring it back.
Wow. Ready to build it!
Hey, Charlie, hey, props to you, Charlie. You made it through this whole thing, and it was like you was over there stuck. Charlie was over there stuck like this. Like, is this real? He was stuck the whole time. He didn't interrupt him like he does most artists when he be on there. Then they be on there spitting. Most of the time, he'd be like, "Oh, come on, keep going," and he does all his little shenanigans, which is dope because we know that's what Charlie do. But he didn't say nothing through the whole fucking song. He didn't say nothing. And then at the end, the only thing he could say is, "Wow." That's hilarious.
Hey, I knew I was excited for this for a reason. Hey, you are something else, bro.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Something else. Wow. Like, I've been excited about this for a long time.
It's good to be here, mate. It's good to be here.
Like, you are skilled on a different level.
It's been a long time coming, man. I've been watching the show for a while, man. I've been watching the show for a while.
You are so talented.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
I actually think you might be an alien.
He is an alien. He is an alien.
I'm joking.
Alien. Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
Hey, bro, that was special.
Thank
I appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank you for having me here, Charlie. Thank you.
And you see that right there? That right there is what we call fire in the booth. Another special moment. This is one that people go and talk about for a minute.
I hope you enjoyed that video. Now make sure you click here.
I did, Charlie. I did. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that video a great deal. Man, y'all got me. I'm looking at my clock right now, and I'm looking at about an hour and 40 minutes. Y'all got me. Couldn't do it. There was so much in that. And the thing that drives me nuts when I listen to this stuff or when I say this stuff, I'm sorry because I'm hearing myself twice. The thing that drives me nuts when I'm looking at stuff like this is, especially as layered as that is, I know I miss shit. That drives me nuts. I don't like missing stuff. And when I go back and I play back the video later on, I'm going to check it out and I'm going to realize that I missed a whole lot of shit. And I'm like, damn, Michael, why didn't you catch that? I don't think there's a human alive that can catch all of Ren's bars on the very first take. So I think I'm in pretty good company. I think I caught some of it. I'm sure y'all are going to get it. Y'all are going to get in the comments and tell me what I missed or what I messed up. You know what I'm saying? But either way it goes, I don't care if I was wrong about everything that I said on there. That was fun. I had a great time with that. Even if I was wrong about everything, if I didn't get a single bar right, I still had a great time listening to it. So, hey, listen, I got to go ahead and cut y'all loose. Not going to go through my long dissertations at the end because y'all have been gracious enough to sit with me through some very long videos. And I'm not going to waste your time at the end. You heard what I had to say during the video. So, hey, thank you again. I truly, truly appreciate y'all. I love y'all. This has not only been an amazing journey with my getting to discover REN and getting to learn more about the thing that I love, which is music, and the thing that I love tenfold is hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But this has been great for me to spend time, and it's been a wonderful thing for me to learn REN. Also, though, the caveat, the bonus to it all is that it's given me an opportunity to get to know y'all. Y'all comments and y'all interaction and stuff like that has been so gracious and so, generous and kind. And we've had a couple in there, but even the ones that have been negative have been constructively negative. So it's not a problem for me. I welcome constructive criticism. So even hearing that is not a problem for me. So I think it's wonderful. It's given me an opportunity. Our family has continued to grow, and it's growing full of a whole bunch of people that truly love people, that love REN, that, that are willing to coexist and love on each other in the best way possible. So this is a journey that I am gladly going to keep going with. So, hey, y'all. All right. I'm out of here. Till the next one. I love y'all. Peace.